Hello, and welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Stephen Meadows. In today's Hidden Gem, we're going to talk a little bit about experience and passion. So, it was a little over 19 years ago that I got my real estate license. In fact, this coming February, it'll be 20 years since I've been working in the real estate industry. So, it's hard to remember back to the time when I actually was new to the business, but believe it or not, there was a time when I didn't know what I was doing. And I think I know all of us are there at some point in our lives. If you're trying something new, you're obviously not going to have all of the experience and all of the knowledge to be an expert. So the biggest challenge that most new agents have in real estate, or really in any industry, is convincing people to work with them even though they are not the most experienced. So experience has absolute value. 100%, I totally agree. Nothing can really match experience as far as the difference between education and experience. I would rather take an experienced person over an educated person any day of the week. However, if you don't have experience, one thing that can propel you far in business is passion. That's one thing that really helped drive my career forward, was passion. Now, I was passionate about getting experience and about getting education so that I knew what I was talking about. So that also helped me. I was very quick to get a few real estate designations very early on. In fact, I was not even 20 years old when I got the GRI, Graduate Realtor Institute designation. In the state of Michigan, I was probably the youngest at the time who would have ever accomplished that. So I was really excited about that. But that's not why people worked with me. They didn't work with me because I accumulated letters behind my name. They worked with me because I was passionate about what I was doing. I may not have all the answers, but I know where to get the answers. And that's still my motto to this day. I don't have to know everything. I have ways of getting the information that you need. I have the ways of getting the knowledge that I may not personally possess. That's where networking comes in. And that's a whole other topic that I'll discuss at some other time. But connecting with people who know more than you can also drive you forward. But having passion when you don't know what you're doing can still be a great asset for you. So people many times don't know that you don't know unless you tell them, especially when you're dealing with buyers or sellers in real estate. They don't know. They've probably never bought or sold a house before. They don't know that you're winging it. Now, you're obviously not winging it to a complete extent because you've been trained. But you know more than they do. Even with your lack of experience or your lack of knowledge, you know more than they do. And this isn't just new people. This could be an experienced person in a new niche or a new piece of technology. Just remember, the customer called you because they need someone to help them through the process, or whatever it is, through that process to buy that product, whatever the case may be. They came to you because you are someone who knows more than they do. So always keep that in mind, no matter how inexperienced you could be your first day in real estate. But guess what? You've taken a pre-licensure class and you've passed the state and national exam. You automatically know more than 99.9% of the general public. So keep that in mind. Even if you're insecure about it, even if you lack that confidence, you still know more than they do. So just remember, and then let them know you're passionate about helping them. If they ask you a question and you don't have an immediate answer, it's okay. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me find out. Or that's a really interesting question. I have not encountered that one before. It's true. They don't need to know they may be the very first client you've ever talked to. But let me find out for you. Or you know what? I'm so fortunate to work for an amazing broker who is a great resource for me. So let me reach out to my broker and I will find out the answer to that question very quickly. And then make sure you follow up. As long as you're taking care of them and as long as their needs are being met, you're going to succeed with that client. You're going to get good reviews. They're going to tell their friends about you. They're not going to remember the fact that you had never sold a house before. Like, oh man, Stephen was a train wreck. He'd never sold a house. They're just going to remember that you led them through the process, and in the end, they got the house. So if you don't have experience, have passion, because that passion can go a long way to making you successful. I hope you have a wonderful day and make great choices.